Hi guys, thank you for watching. Please do sub and like and follow me on all my social media accounts.
Hello and welcome back to the Massimo Peluso channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the modules I've chosen for my third year. So I just want to say it was so difficult choosing my modules. I had 2 core that I had to do, and I had about 12 that I had to choose from. And basically, if you don't know how it works or you're just curious, you have to make 120 credits, and the 2 modules I have to do are already 60. So I only have 60 credits to play with, which is you can do 4 15 modules, 4 15 credit modules, or 130 because there's only 130, and 2 15s. And that is the one I did, 130 and 2 15s. So the 2 core modules I have to study, which is kind of weird, but psychology and sociology dissertation, didn't know it was like a module, thought it'd just be an extra thing we had to do. And the other one was like life theory. I'm not too sure what it's about, but I think it's more about like sociology theories and how it applies to life. That's what I gathered from it. And then the 3 modules I have chosen, the 30 credit, which is the biggest, and I'll be doing that for the entire year, as well as the 2 core. And that is gender and sexuality, which I'm so looking forward to. It's about like masculinity, feminism, radical feminism, like sexual violence, gender, like the different genders, and like transgender, just literally everything you can think of in that topic. Oh, the media representation, it looks honestly so great. And the other 2 modules I've chosen, can I say it was so hard, like choosing? It was between 5. I whittled it down to 5, and then I had to really just choose, and it was difficult. A placement, it is sociology and social policy work placement, but it's a work placement slash study abroad, which I'm really excited about. And I hope it can go ahead. I'm not too sure, but it's semester 2, so I have a few more months to kind of like for things to sort themselves out with COVID. So hopefully I can go abroad, hopefully. And lastly, the module I've chosen is counselling psychology. It was between counselling, clinical, and psychology of education and learning. Basically, it was between those 3 I had to choose. So difficult. Again, counselling is just about the types of therapy, models, CBT, um, psychodynamic, stuff like that. So it honestly, I'm so excited, especially for gender sexuality. I'm so excited for that. That really does interest me. It really does. The other ones I'm really sad about not doing. It's like, but kind of there's some that I'm kind of a little bit upset that I wasn't able to study, but it's the same for everyone. That's the case for everyone. Can't choose everyone. And at the end of the day, I'm still leaving with a degree, so it doesn't really matter what I study, as long as, like with modules, as long as I'm happy and I'm interested in them. But the other ones I didn't really care for is like health psychology, work psychology, religion, stuff like that. Yeah, so a few of those I don't really like. I'm not gonna not want to study them. I think every area of psychology is interesting to me. But of course, there are some ones. Of course, there are some that kind of really pull me in. I'm like, oh, but then there's others that I don't really, not really that interested in. I think I want to just quickly touch on like tips and advice for choosing your modules, um, because I struggled choosing them. I guess just the main thing you need to consider is choose ones that interest you. Choose ones that you can see yourself excelling in, or see yourself just enjoying. Like, I don't know much about, like, a lot of those topics that were listed within the module I didn't know about. I've never learnt that. I've never really read up much about it. Do it. Because I went into it 50-50, being like, I want to choose ones that interest me, that I can thrive in, but then also ones that can maybe benefit me in my career. But then I was just talking to my family and stuff and just thinking myself, and they were like, don't really think like that, because like I said, you're finishing with a degree anyway. Choose ones that you care for. Yeah, so I think that's my biggest tip. Choose ones that interest you, because I was going to choose, if I didn't do the 30 credit, I was going to do clinical and psychology of education and learning and the other ones. And I was thinking, I do want to do these because I feel like it'll benefit me, but they don't really interest me. Like, they don't seem that interesting. But then I was just potentially choosing them just because it could help me, but then I may not have done well in them. Also, another tip is, this is what I did as well, look at the assessments for each module. They will differ, they will vary. Look, because obviously each student will excel at different assessments. I excel at reports, essays, written work, things I can go back to, do some, leave, go back to it. Like, I'm okay at exams. I've done exams in college, sixth form, secondary school, etc. Like, my grades vary, but I always excel at reports. So definitely look at that. Look at assessments. Look at what you study in the module. Look at assessments. Maybe look at the schedule if you care about that. Yeah, because that's really important. Because if you don't do well, if it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, that really does interest me, but it's exams. It's like a 4 exam, like 2 hour exam. I'm like, I'm not really sure. So I think all my modules are written, all written, no exams, which I'm so thankful for. It aligned with ones that interested me and ones that were essays. So it's good. I'm writing like each module is like 3,000 word essays broken down, basically a couple 3,000. So that's quite good. But also, if you're wondering what kind of exams it would be, so obviously you get written exams. One was like an oral exam, so kind of like just a presentation. That was one I saw. Another one was an open book exam. So like, you don't know the questions, but you can bring your notes in. I think that's what it is. There's just different ones. Like, there's exams where you don't know the questions, but you can bring your notes in. There's ones that you do know the questions, but you can't bring your notes in. Or there's just an unseen exam, you just don't know it. Multiple choice. There's quite varied types of assessments at university, so that's the thing with university. It's so different to just normal school, and that's why so many people, I feel, and for me anyway, excel at university, because it really does cater to like what you excel in. You can choose your modules. It's not just subjects, but you can choose your modules. First year, no. Second year, a bit, some, and then third year, definitely. And there's different assessments. You're not in 5 days a week, so it's really is different to like GCSEs and A levels, which I've done, because you're not expected to learn 2 years of content to sit a couple exams, a few exams for each subject. So I know some people excel at that, some people don't. But university really is like great at trying to like, it molds around your learning and your learning styles. So I think that is really great about university. But I'm really looking forward to third year and my modules. I hope I do well. I'm not really looking forward to the dissertation. I'll definitely do more videos about that, my tips, advice, etc. as I go along, as I, actually familiarise myself with it and actually how to do it. So yeah, let's see what third year has to bring. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Please subscribe and like on all the rest, and I'll see you in my next video.